G'day ladies and gents, and welcome to an emergency edition of the Rundown Under. Yes, as you can hear, I finally got my voice back. I'm still a little nasally, but things have been mostly sorted out. First, to give you a little bit of an update on that, I got the flu, you know this. Everything was getting better, and then suddenly I lost my voice. I picked up a chest infection, had to go to the doctors, have been on antibiotics for about the last 5 days in order to get it back in order, completely lost my voice for the period. It has finally come back today at a point where I feel like it's strong enough that I can actually get back on the mic. Apologies for the not talking in the last 4 or 5 days worth of videos. I've done the best that I can, hopefully making entertaining content without speaking, which has been interesting because it's something that I haven't really had to do before, but I didn't really want to stop. I took a break not that long ago, and besides the fact that my voice went and I was having a bit of an issue with breathing, the rest of my body felt perfectly fine, and I wanted to do something, and making videos is what I do, so I just kept making them. I hope you found what was there interesting. Just a couple of case notes. The A10 video wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. The original plan for that video was to clean the editing a little bit more, and my plan was to get Squireflyer and a few other YouTubers to record small voiceovers. I didn't ask everybody that I was going to, but I had a few people that I had, and they said that they were up for it. They were going to record the communications between the different aircraft on the mission, and then I was going to do the entire thing as a movie. Now, I still have the plans to make a video like that, but I haven't done it yet. I wanted to get the A10 video out, basically because it was chewing up 60 gig of my hard drive in video files, and I needed to clear it. So, my voice has come back, and you can hear it's already started to go a little bit crackly as soon as I start projecting, so I'll try and make this short for the moment, because I don't want to break it. I've got another recording that I've got to do yet. Today's little video of the Rundown Under, I'm just going to quickly answer a couple of questions that have been popping up a lot over the last week that I haven't been able to respond to in any of my videos, so you guys know what's going on. So first things first, and this is a common question asked, what happened to Subnautica? I do Subnautica live, and I haven't been able to talk for a week, so I can't record it. That's actually the video that I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to try and do an hour playthrough of Subnautica, and hopefully I'll make it that long. It may only be a 30-minute episode, but I am going to do some Subnautica next. It will be the video after this one, so tomorrow's video. Next one, what happened to KSP? My client crashed again and broke all my save games, and I have been frustrated and not willing to rebuild my entire campaign for a third time. So I've been waiting for KSP 1.1. I am going to start the KSP up again. I am probably not going to restart the career. What I am going to do instead is I have a bit of a different idea where I can get you guys involved with my KSP videos and make them a little bit more interesting. I'm not going to be running a campaign so much, although I might most certainly start another campaign again in the future, but I'm just going to play around with another idea. The video hopefully will be up soon. I have started setting up the preliminaries for it. It shouldn't be too far away, because I do want to get KSP rolling again. I really love that game, and it's killing me that I'm not playing it. The A10 video that I've just released, my flight performance in it. I have never claimed to be good at all the aircraft in DCS. There's a couple that I'm good at, most I am learning, and the A10 is most certainly one of them. This video was how far I've progressed since I got access to the module, so over the last couple of months of learning how to get the module flying. I still have some major issues. A few people pointed out I didn't trim the aircraft. You're right. I have been trimming the aircraft, and for some reason after about 5 minutes of flying it seems to untrim itself all on its own back to default settings. I have no idea why it does this. I have absolutely no doubt that it's something that I'm doing, so I've just been flying it on stick, leaving the lights on. You know, I've actually bound the lights to the switch right next to the gear on my hot as, so there's no reason that I should ever forget to turn the lights off, and yet I do 9 times out of 10 because I'm an idiot. And I'm not afraid to show that. The loadout on the A10 in that particular mission, I have absolutely no idea. That loadout was one that I selected. I just went into the preset loadouts and looked for one that had the highest number of Mavericks, because I wanted to do the AMG 65s, or AGM 65 run, cleaning out the AAA from high altitude, and then drop in with rockets if necessary, but mainly with the Avenger to rip everything to pieces with the gun and get some brute in the video. Because the last time I put an A10 video up, there were complaints that there was not enough brute. So I just picked a loadout at random. I probably should have customized it and changed a few things about it, but that's what that was. It was just a preset that I selected out of it. The Wingman's A10, he stayed on default. Speaking of DCS, a few other questions that have been popping up. What DCS modules do you have? Well, I have all of them except the C101. And I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to grab that one at this time. I'm interested enough in the plane. I've been hearing things about the module itself, so I'm just going to hold back until I hear some good news with that one, and then I'll probably pick it up as well. Besides that, I've bought every other module in the game. Why haven't you shown off the DCS World War II modules? Well, honestly, I don't know. I've got all three of them. I've got the P51D, I have the BF109K4, and the Focke-Wulf 190D9. No idea why I haven't put them up on channel. I will probably get them up sometime soon, because I do want to show them off, and yes, I also want to show off the MiG-21. The main reason I haven't shown off the MiG-21 is because I can fly it, but I'm not particularly good at combat in it. I can put the thing under bridges and fly it at extreme speed, do maneuvers, have fantastic fun into it. Just don't ask me to shoot anyone down in it, because I am hopeless at doing that at the moment. I'm actually going to team up with Grievous. He's fairly good on the MiG-21. I actually would say he's excellent on the MiG-21, and he's going to give me some pointers on it so I can get that in order. But yeah, it's an odd plane to fly, because it's using both guided missiles, but it's using a really archaic method of trying to lock and fire them that just feels wrong. But yeah, it's just another thing to learn. DCS is incredibly complicated. It takes a lot of time to learn anything, which is why it's taken me months to get the A10 up to the point where it currently is, and it's still not perfect. But yeah, they will be on channel soon enough. War Thunder, what is your opinion on the bushes and their cost? Well, this one's popped up a lot. I was holding off on giving my opinion on the bushes until we actually got to see them in action. And this was because I didn't know how they were going to work. I didn't know whether or not they were going to be pay to win or not. I was worried that they would be. But you can make assumptions about aircraft when they come in, because you have real world performance. But when you're putting in something like a bush into War Thunder, you just don't know until you see it. So there's no point in speculating until you have actually seen what it does, and then you can actually make a video that actually has something important to say. At the moment, I have no bushes. I haven't purchased any. I don't have any on my tanks, but I've been looking at the screenshots and the videos that I've seen so far in both ultra-low graphics mode and in movie mode to show how they work, and it looks like they're cosmetic. It looks like they don't render out of extremely short range, which means they really don't offer much of an advantage. The only advantage I can think of is at short range you might be able to hide, say, a commander's hatch or something with them, which is, well, I wouldn't consider it too much of a worry. At that sort of range, most tankers know where the weak spots on the tanks they're facing are, so covering, say, a commander's hatch or something with a bush is not going to stop you from shooting the commander's hatch. You're just going to laugh that somebody has just spent 2,000 gold trying to hide it as you're shooting it. As for the cost on them being cosmetic, I don't really care. If it doesn't affect gameplay, Gaijin can charge whatever the hell they want. I don't care. It won't matter. If it affects gameplay, massive difference. Actually, if it affects gameplay, it should be obtainable without spending real world money. But so long as it remains a cosmetic change and nothing more, I'd like to see them at a reasonable cost, but you know, it's the law of supply and demand. If people are willing to spend 2,000 gold to buy a bush, well, that's the value of the bush, and that's what Gaijin should sell them at. Personally, I won't be buying any bushes at 2,000 gold. It just won't be happening. If I was going to spend gold on the game, 2,000 gold could get me something a hell of a lot more interesting than a bush. When's the next Star Citizen video coming up? Well, much like Subnautica, I do the Star Citizen videos, or at least a series that I'm doing at the moment, live. I haven't been able to talk, so I haven't been able to make the video. I'm planning on sitting down and recording the Star Citizen video from start to finish sometime in the next couple of days, so the video will definitely be up before the end of next week. Yeah, providing the voice holds out, I'll be doing it as soon as possible, because I do want to get that one up. My plan was to have the two videos up within a week. and it's gotten out to nearly 2 weeks, or past 2 weeks now since I did the last one, and still haven't got the second one up, so I'll be correcting that very shortly. The last two here are not questions, these are just addressing a few things. A lot of people, after I did the first video, have been offering me access to their Star Citizen accounts to look at various ships. I'm uncomfortable with that. Dead Meat, who lent me his account, has been a subscriber for years, and we have had a lot of conversations, we have flown together, we have talked a lot. I know him. And when he offered it to me, yes, I took the opportunity to have a look around. And it was good, because from my purposes, the video that I was making was looking at the game from a new player's perspective who has just bought one, maybe two of the new starter ships, the cheap ships, not somebody who's dumped $500 or $600 into the game. I wanted to look at the game, a first impressions of a first login on a person's account who has just bought in on the lowest tier to get into access to the game. I would probably organise to meet up with various people to have a look at, pardon me, to have a look at their bigger ships once I've completed this series, which will be the next video that I make, and do a little bit more of a in-depth review on it, because that's Star Citizen, that's the way I want to go with it. First I'm going to go through this first impressions, is it worth it, have a look around, and then since I'm going to get some access for myself, I'm going to have a look through some various ships. There's actually a feature in there that I've been told about. I haven't found it yet because I haven't done the Persistent Universe, but I find the idea very intriguing. Apparently there is a rental system in Star Citizen's Persistent Universe module that allows you to earn credits completing missions within the game that will allow you to rent a ship that you do not own and actually take a look at it. I'm planning on using this feature to have a look at some of the ships in the game and do some stuff that way. Or I could potentially meet up with some people if you wanted to meet up, but I just don't like the idea of getting access to people's personal information, their accounts, unless they're people that I happen to know and that know me, such as Dead Meat. Again, thank you Dead Meat for access to the account, but to everyone else offering, thank you very much. But yeah, I don't feel comfortable with the idea. I don't think it's a good idea, because if anything ever goes wrong with your account, who's had access to it? I would never do anything, but I would rather make sure that that is never a thing. And the last one is, just before I went on holidays, I mentioned that I've been looking around for ARMA 3. I got a massive amount of emails in from people suggesting different ARMA 3 groups, servers. I have catalogued them all. I am going to go through and start having a look at a few of them. There are some really interesting ideas. There's a couple of people that I've contacted already. I am looking for a place to play, so there will be some ARMA on the channel hopefully soon. I'm looking for a place where I can fly some helos and do some rescue and recovery, because I really like that. It's not just about the combat. Sometimes I like being the crazy guy who flies an unarmed helicopter into the middle of a combat zone and pulls a few people that are under fire out by their ass and rescues them. I like doing that. That appeals to me, so I'm looking for a place where I can do a bit of that. So yeah, there will be some of that on the channel soon. So, anyways guys, as I said, this is only going to be a very, very short update video. I'm going to have to cut this one off now. The voice is getting crackly again. As you can hear, I've had to take a couple of breaks doing this. I'm going to have to go and let the voice relax. I have a Subnautica video to record next. Until next time guys, take care. Click like if you do, subscribe if you want to see more. Fly smart, fly safe, and I'll catch you in the skies.